Hello, my name's Robin Corbett, and welcome to my poster on A Less Terrifying Universe, Mundanity as an Explanation for the Fermi Paradox. This is based on work which recently appeared in the Open Journal of Astrophysics, and if you follow the QR code, that will take you to the full paper. Now, the title is based on a quote attributed to Arthur C. Clarke. Two possibilities exist. Either we are alone in the universe or we are not. Both are equally terrifying. The goal of my work is to consider not especially exciting solutions to the Fermi paradox, mundane ones, which may mean that we live in a less terrifying universe. This differs from previous attempts at explaining the Fermi paradox, as we don't require anything extraordinary. There have been a variety of explanations for the Fermi paradox, of course, covering a wide range of options, including that travel to other planets, exoplanets, is not possible. There may be a great filter, which means that civilizations destroy themselves. They may just transcend to an unrecognizable state, or we could be living in a zoo, or we're alone after all. In a recent review, the last two were preferred. So in this so-called mundane perspective, we adopt that the most mundane explanation, if physically feasible, is most likely to be correct. This is a variant of Occam's razor. Also, from the Copernican mediocrity principle, humanity does not occupy a special place in the universe. So the principles include, we're not alone. If we were unique, that wouldn't be mundane, it would be terrifying. Also, there is a limit to technology development. There's a plateau that we have to reach. ETCs are, of course, more advanced than us, but they don't have technology leaps equivalent to harnessing electricity. For example, dark matter and energy are incredibly interesting, but they won't turn out to be useful for making new tools. There's a modest number of ETCs in the galaxy at the technology plateau level. And we could estimate maybe 10 to the 4, 10 to the 5, simply by taking a log mean of all non-M type star hosting an ETC and us being alone. In the exploration of the galaxy, it's normally assumed that there will be self-replicating probes, or Neumann probes, which will be sent out, as this is the most cost-effective way to explore the galaxy. And the rewards come from this as scientific information is transmitted back to the home planet. Now, the first new civilization that is met during this exploration will be a stunning event. But if all civilizations are at a similar technology level, the gains will diminish with time. This would be comparable to sending a probe to Proxima Centauri, compared to the additional gains of visiting every single M star in the galaxy. At the same time, there are potential risks of exploring the galaxy this way. There is a worry that probes may go rogue in the so-called berserker hypothesis. Now, that certainly wouldn't be mundane, but the fear that this may happen is not mundane, and a number of people already on contemporary Earth are worried about AI getting out of control. So as time goes by, we have limited gains and a growing fear and boredom. So this gives us some constraint. Exploration may stop after meeting a certain number. Let's call this N ennui, ETCs, and this could perhaps be as low as 100. There have been a variety of different phenomena that have been put forward as possible ETC detections. I don't have time to go over these here. Look at the paper, please. But the mundane perspective on these are that we don't have long-term powerful beacons. Only leakage radiation will be detected. In this case, follow-up observations of a candidate should have a good chance of redetecting it, but this hasn't happened so far. The plateau technology level is far below that needed to create Dyson spheres. All candidates are natural, including the famous KIC 8462852. Also, the Earth is not a very interesting place to visit. We're below the plateau technology level. And so it's very unlikely that any UFO, UAP report is due to alien visitors. So the implications are that the Fermi paradox can be explained if the galaxy contains a modest number of technological civilizations, much lower than the Kardashev 2 level. There are no long-duration high-power beacons, no Dyson spheres, no faster-than-light travel. On the other hand, perhaps leakage radiation could be found soon on a historical timescale, perhaps through the SKA, or a generation or so after that. This will be a profound discovery, of course, but however, it may still leave us a little bit disappointed. If there's a modest number of ETCs out there, then that would imply that life in general could be common, and we could hope that HWO or life may detect biosignatures. Thank you very much.